It's a little unfortunate, but it's fact. If you're born in lower middle class family in countries like Pakistan and your upbringing is in dysfunctional joint family system, abusive community, then you're targeted. What does that mean? Despite your best efforts, despite you put your best efforts, there will always be obstacles. If you're level headed and you know what's happening around you and you try to get out of that circle, still it's not gonna work. My targeting goes back to obviously my upbringing, and that has lot of details to discuss about growing up in a joint family, dysfunctional joint family system, and then worked hard to complete my academic education without any support, without sort of parental support, because unfortunately my mother, she was also victim of abuses in joint family system from paternal side and within community as well. And then after 10 to 12 years of education, however I completed, finally I got a job. And what happened there, obviously there were vacuums, like lack of social skills and lack of support. So the people who were fulfilled in their personal lives or who had proper support system, they took advantage of that, and they crafted everything. They put me up to, like, indirectly into certain things to demonize, to destroy my career, and they would tell me on my face. And that happened in not in any XYZ company, it's a world renowned company that I worked for, that I got a chance so working for. It's Schlumberger, it's a world's leader in oil field services provider. I didn't give up. The last thing that I had that I earned from that company was my hand carry bag that about 10 12 days ago I just trashed that and I bought the new one. So what I'm trying to say, I have nothing left that I earned from that company. Worked hard, very um whatever funding I had, the savings I have invested towards my masters in England, and I'm carrying around my degrees for the last over 2 years. Went to Europe, I have explained in my videos. 7 8 months, how I survived. I tried providing little basic glimpses. Targeting and gang stalking, these are sinister crimes of these modern times. It discredits everything, no matter how level headed you are, how hardworking you are, how determined you are. It sort of, you know, trashes everything. People with authorities, people with powers, they should start focusing on that. Otherwise, in my understanding, in my personal experiences of living this life each day for nearly 5 years. Proactive targeting is 5 years, but it, like I said, it goes back to my employment, my upbringing. That has other details. I probably at some point, I, for the sake of sharing, for the sake of benefiting other people, I probably share, but I just don't want to share for the sake of, just casually. I try to do it right way, to the best of my abilities. One more thing, when I mentioned about the colored things, they would use the color coding or whatever. It was very proactive in Europe when I was there 7 8 months in Schengen area. When I was in Amsterdam, towards the end of my stay, I was there outside, obviously being targeted for entire day, more than 24 hours, stayed outside, out in the cold. In the morning, I went to this mosque somewhere, some Turkish mosque, Islamic Foundation or something, somewhere in Amsterdam. It was closed, and they could have opened and they could have, allowed me to get in there and get me some rest, but they did not, because obviously, wherever I would go, wherever I go, ahead of time they communicate. Anyway, right in front of that, there is this grocery store or little, sort of the tuck shop or whatever. I went there and, bought certain things, and there was this drink. I never saw that. Anybody could go there and witness that. The can of drink, it was printed the Blue Bastards or something. And it just struck me funny. I cracked to laugh, and I started laughing, and the shopkeeper, he was, sort of looking at me, he was staring at me. Within 5 minutes of that, his partner or his, business partner, he came over. He was in blue dress, and he was all huffy and puffy, and he came in and he asked me, "Oh, what's your religion? Do you?" Because I was, trying to get to the mosque so I could get some rest. "Do you say salam or do you say namaste? Are you Indian? Are you Afghani?" Or, he was trying to show his passive anger because supposedly I disrespected the people with the blue outfits or whatever. So I knew if I would buy that the whatever the name of that drink, the Blue Bastard, everybody would notice, because everybody would, it would, because this is how it was designed. And soon after that, some women, some girls, they, in customers, they, in blue outfits, they came around and they were just, giving me eyes or giving me weird looks. And after that, I stepped out to smoke a cigarette. The cops' car in Amsterdam, in Netherlands, they are in blue. And they passed by me with, like stepping on a gas with without, making a noise to show their anger. And after, at 11 o'clock, the mosques open. I went inside and I was, in the corner. I just laid down because I was obviously sleep deprived for more than 24 hours and tired walking, and in the cold, out in the cold. Within less than an hour, some caretaker or somebody in a blue outfit, he came around and he, just woke me up from deep sleep. And he asked me, "Oh, it's not allowed to sleep here, and just, move over from here." And during the day, it started happening. What I did, I even returned that drink because I knew that, now the blues, they will be around me and they would do those kind of crazy things too. further manipulate. At night in a waiting area on a bare floor, I was sleeping tired, very tired, Within an hour or so, security guards in blue, they came around and they, kicked with their steel toes on my feet and they woke me up and asked for my ID or whatever. So what I'm trying to say, it's literal. It's not only just a fucktards or the people around here, just a local people. No, this would happen within authorities, within the people with the authority, with the people who apparently would seem like sensible. They would take it literal. So this is how I survived. They tried doing this here as well in UK when I came here about 12 days ago or so. But I said I was totally in their hands in there. But here, it's I would like to continue whatever the way was before I left from here.